Eugene takes a deep breath, and his voice rings out clear and strong. I'm not going to lose. Vermuma's eyes narrow, intrigued by Eugene's newfound confidence. Vermuma's plan has been foiled once again, but Eugene's power grows stronger every day. The people of the village watch in awe as Eugene and Vermuma clash in a battle that will shake the very foundations of the world.
I think we've pretty much cleared all the minions.
Vermuma's sword flashes in the sunlight as he unleashes a devastating attack, but Eugene is ready. With a roar of defiance, Eugene charges forward, his blade flashing in a blur of steel and fury. Eugene's goal is clear. He wants to prove himself as a worthy Lionheart, but what blocks him is his pride and insecurities. Eugene's action is to speak from the heart, revealing his true thoughts. In a moment of raw emotion, Eugene says, "Heian." His confession brings him closer to his goal, but the cost is his vulnerability being exposed. Eugene's words mean little to those who don't understand, and now he's more open to doubt and ridicule. What happens next will be shaped by his decision to open up, and by the people who react to it.
Pray for me.
The dark sorcerer, Dam, unleashes a devastating reincarnation magic, flooding the battlefield with countless undead warriors, sending the heroes into a desperate fight for survival. Heian's connection to the mystical artifact is severed, leaving him vulnerable and heartbroken, the weight of his newfound isolation crushing him beneath the weight of his past sacrifices. The fate of the world hangs precariously in the balance as the dark sorcerer's powers continue to grow, the hero's last hope dwindling with each passing moment, their very existence threatened by the coming darkness. If you're enjoying this, subscribe to Manwa with Hari. New chapters drop every week. Eugene's reputation is on the line. His talent is undeniable, but his lineage is everything. If he fails, he'll be nothing but a footnote in the Lionheart legacy. Eugene struggles to contain his excitement. He's finally at the blood succession ritual. The whole Lionheart legacy is on the line. He wants to claim his rightful place as a Lionheart.
I see the ritual's about to begin. You're the chosen one.
But Eugene's hands are shaking. It's not just nerves. He's scared of being rejected by the Lionheart elders. His goal is to prove himself worthy.
Stats maxed. New skill unlocked.
Eugene's goal is to get off the carriage and meet the Lionheart family. But his obstacle is the large property and the long way to the main family's residence. He checks his time, calculating the distance and the possible detours.
You haven't received permission to use the warp gates. You're not even a full-blooded Lionheart. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife.
The key action or twist of this chapter. Our protagonist desperately unleashes a fierce battle cry as they face off against ruthless assassins in a heart-pounding, hand-to-hand fight for survival. The emotional stakes. Throughout this chaotic ordeal, our hero finds a glimmer of hope, forming a deep bond with a mysterious ally who becomes a beacon of trust in their treacherous world. The cliffhanger. As the Lionheart family's dark secrets begin to unravel, one question looms large. Will our reincarnated hero uncover the truth behind their own cursed existence before it's too late? Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now. I've been reincarnated, but the crest on my chest says I'm a Lionheart by name, not by blood. Stats maxed. New skill unlocked. My memories scream at me to unleash my power, but my body is a teenager's, and my family's legacy is a lie. I'm a fake Lionheart heir, and I need to prove myself as one. But who are these people and why should I care? I step into the welcome ceremony, and the only people allowed to wear the lion crest on their left chest are direct bloodline Lionhearts. Yeah, fair point. We're not just going to let him get away with it. We need to give him a warning.
We're not scolding him, just giving him a warning. Let's go, Seal. You're just too kind.
Sir Eugene wants to prove himself as a Lionheart, but the way he practices with those sandbags is a disaster. The Lionheart family is already getting on his case. It's not just Nina who's unhappy with him. Seal and the whole family are looking for a way to put him in his place. Eugene doesn't realize that his recklessness is his biggest obstacle. He thinks he's impressing everyone with his spear skills. Eugene's not backing down. He repeats his order, his voice firm. He's making it clear he won't be disobeyed. He wants Nina to acknowledge his authority, but she's not budging. She's got a smirk on her face. She's daring him to do something. She decides to defy him. She says,
I'm Eugene Lionheart. It's nice to meet you, too.
Eugene's face is reddening. He's getting more and more angry. He's not used to being talked back to. He's trying to maintain his composure, but it's slipping. He needs her to apologize. He decides to assert his dominance. He says,
Yeah, I'm Eugene Lionheart. It's nice to meet you, too.
Seal Lionheart's on the scene. The family's arrival date is imminent, threatening to unleash a maelstrom of chaos and secrets into Rico's carefully constructed life, just as he's starting to rebuild it. Rico's heart is left shattered as he discovers the truth about his past life, losing the one thing he thought he'd found in this new world: a sense of belonging, a family, and a reason to keep going. As Rico's world teeters on the brink of collapse, the carriage hurtles towards the estate, carrying with it unknown dangers, unresolved conflicts, and the promise of a duel that will forever change Rico's fate. Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now.
His honor was about to be shattered by a punch, and that punch was coming. The speaker, a hot-headed individual, requests a duel with his friend. His friend's reaction is oh so priceless, oh my. The speaker, however, is not amused. He thinks his friend is scared to have a duel. His friend stands his ground, refusing to back down. The scene shifts, and we see the speaker's face contorted in confusion. What is that? You said you wanted to have a duel. His friend reveals a shocking truth. Throw the handkerchief.
Eugene's friend looks at him with a mixture of anger and regret. But deep down, he's scared of being laughed at. The fear of being a laughingstock is eating him up inside. Eugene knows this fear because he's felt it before. Eugene's friend is standing before him, chest heaving as he shouts out a challenge. Eugene looks taken aback, but his hands are already moving into a defensive stance. He's not going to back down. This isn't just about pride. Eugene wants to protect his reputation as a Lionheart. His words are a whispered mix of warning and accusation.
Eugene's eyes are still fixed on the horizon, his mind racing with 1,000 questions. What just happened? Why did his friend refuse to duel? And what did they say about his father? Eugene's friend is watching him, a mixture of fear and concern etched on his face.
Then, young Master Eugene, I hope to see you again. See you. Eugene nods, still in a daze, and slowly gets to his feet. He turns and walks away, but the silhouette waiting in the dark is someone who shouldn't be there.
Eugene's friend is watching him, his eyes wide with worry.
The key action or twist of this chapter. Hashby is mercilessly battered by Dorn, who reveals his extreme training regimen that leaves Hashby on the brink of collapse, his pride severely wounded. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Hashby's bruised ego now hangs in the balance. As his pride and self-worth take a severe hit from Dorn's brutal words, his confidence shattered. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. Dorn's harsh assessment hangs ominously over Hashby's future, making it uncertain whether he'll rise from the ashes or succumb to the crushing weight of his past failures. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter. Your mother walks in, Cyan, trying to hide her disappointment. Her eyes tell a story of shame and regret. Her son, the future warrior, is failing at every turn. She tries to hold back her emotions, but her words betray her.
Cyan, come here.
Cyan's got his eyes fixed on the duel ahead, but it's not just about winning or losing. He's the Lionheart heir, and his family's honor is on the line. What if he fails? What if his father comes back and sees the shame of his son's defeat? That's what's eating at him right now. His hands won't stop moving. He checks the exit twice. Nora's strategy is twofold. Train Cyan to fight and also to befriend Eugene, who could potentially give him an edge over Bermut. She hopes to create a bond between the two boys, one that could give Cyan a chance at redemption. The next day, 3 boys from branch families arrive at the Lionheart residence. Hanson, Deccan, and Jules.
Cyan tries to shake off his nerves, smiling as he looks at his mother. But Gilad approaches him, and Cyan feels a surge of anxiety. Gilad's words cut through the air. Father, please don't say such things.
And these are the children from the branch families?
Cyan's instincts kick in. He looks around the group, trying to see what Gilad wants. The patriarch speaks, his voice commanding attention. Let's all have a meal together. During that, we might as well also discuss the blood succession ritual. This is it, Cyan's chance to prove himself. But what if he fails the patriarch? What if Gilad proves to be the better candidate? Eugene stabs his brother with a spear in the heat of the duel, the outcome hanging precariously in the balance, as their lives are forever intertwined with blood. Eugene's decision to strike his brother shatters the delicate bond they once shared, leaving irreversible scars and forcing him to confront the true depths of his own darkness. As the blood succession ritual hangs ominously in the air, Eugene's fate becomes inextricably linked to his brother's mortality, leaving the future uncertain and his very existence on the line. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update.
I was actually going to introduce you later in the night, but
Eugene trains alone, a dark figure without a teacher to guide him. He has a goal in mind: beat Cyan, the young master of the Oni's clan. His hands move swiftly, executing the moves with precision. He's a shadow, a ghost, and he's on a mission to prove himself. This isn't just a workout, it's a test of wills. Eugene's eyes narrow, his focus locked onto the prize. He takes a deep breath and charges forward. His fingers crackle with power as he unleashes a flurry of strikes. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife. The tension in the air was thick enough to cut with a knife.
The key action or twist of this chapter: Hanji's father, the head of the blood succession clan, reveals the shocking truth that his son's reincarnation is the result of the family's dark history, tied to the devastating blood succession ritual. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Hanji grapples with the weight of his family's cursed legacy, feeling both a sense of responsibility and a deep-seated anger towards his father's hidden past, as his emotions swirl in turmoil. The cliffhanger: what is left dangerously unresolved going forward? As Hanji threatens to shatter the family's secrets, a ruthless assassin emerges from the shadows, hell-bent on silencing him and preserving the clan's dark legacy, leaving Hanji's fate hanging precariously in the balance. Don't miss what happens next. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari right now. You witnessed a fight against Cyan Lionheart and came out on top, but now you're questioning whether you really won. Yeah. Cyan looks confident, but you can tell he's holding back. His hand is clenched into a fist. If you're done with your questions, I'm leaving. Let's get into it. Cyan Lionheart, the top dog of Lionheart's bloodline, is on the scene with a wooden sword, while Eugene Lionheart, his former nemesis reborn, has a spear in hand. Cyan is all confidence, but you can tell he's holding back. His fist is clenched. He's asking Eugene why he's using a spear when he's good with swords.
Ha! Trying to say that you're good at using all weapons?
Cyan, taken aback by Eugene's counterattack, starts to get defensive. He thinks Eugene is just a joke, using a spear with a wooden sword. The tension builds as we realize Eugene's skills are not to be underestimated. Eugene's eyes narrow as he assesses the situation. He wants to crush Cyan and prove himself as a Lionheart, but his opponent lingers, taunting him. The tension builds. Eugene's training is being put to the test. He decides to press the attack. Eugene lunges forward, spear at the ready. His hands move quickly, anticipating Cyan's next move.
His opponent won't back down without a fight. Eugene's grip tightens on the wooden sword, his eyes locked onto Cyan's. He's not going to let up, this fight's not over. Cyan's getting tired, but Eugene knows better than to assume victory. He's still a novice against a master like Cyan. Cyan blocks a blow, but Eugene sees his opening and presses it. Cook! Eugene's attack is relentless, each strike aimed at Cyan's defenses. His opponent's blocks are starting to falter. Eugene's technique is too strong. Cyan's eyes widen in surprise. Eugene's still young, but he's already a force to be reckoned with. Eugene senses his chance. He's gonna take it. Eugene delivers a crushing blow, and Cyan's defenses crumble. He probably can't block from here. As Cyan Lionheart's overwhelming power crashes down, AE begets an unexpected breakthrough, leveraging his cursed form secrets to deliver a decisive counterattack that could alter the fate of the world. E's life, once defined by his constant, desperate struggle to survive in this unforgiving realm, has found a newfound sense of hope, but at what terrible cost to his humanity and his capacity to feel. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update. The Lionheart Estate's halls are on fire, but Bermut's voice echoes through the flames. Eugene, get out. I'll hold off the assassins. Eugene's heart is racing. He must save his brother. But how? The main doors are sealed by a blast of magical energy. Eugene sprints for the eastern wing, the only unguarded entrance. His legs pump furiously. Sweat stings his eyes. He bursts through the doors and faces an empty corridor.
Where is he?
Eugene's chest heaves. His vision blurs for a moment. Eugene asks the servant about his brother, Bermut, and the servant answers in a hushed tone. But Eugene's eyes scan the surroundings, taking in the details. The patriarch and the twins exchange a knowing glance. What do they understand that Eugene doesn't? Eugene spots a familiar figure waiting in the shadows, a silhouette that should be dead. His eyes narrow. What game is being played here? The patriarch announces the start of the blood succession ritual, and Eugene's heart drops. He knows he'll be forced to face Bermut, but he's not prepared for the challenges that lie ahead. Eugene pushes through the twisting passages, his senses stretched to the limit. He remembers the layout of the labyrinth, but this cave is different. The twins move cautiously, their eyes scanning the darkness. Eugene's grip on his sword tightens. He can feel the Demon King's presence, a malevolent force lurking just out of sight. The twins stop moving, their eyes locked on Eugene's. Eugene's heart is racing, his mind focused on reaching the blood succession ritual.
You're not ready.
How will Eugene convince the twins otherwise? The key action or twist of this chapter. The Red Magic Tower Master, Moroth, reveals a shocking alliance with the ritual's organizers, shattering Iode's trust in the very people he's trying to save. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost. Iode's shattered sense of trust hangs heavy in the air, weighing him down as his relationships with old friends begin to fray, leaving him isolated and uncertain. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved going forward. Iode is now caught in a deadly game of cat and mouse, as Morotha's true intentions remain unclear, and the ritual's outcome hangs precariously in the balance, threatening to unleash catastrophic consequences. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and hit the bell so you never miss a chapter.
My hands won't stop moving. I've tried everything. Brian, their desperation is palpable. They've tried everything, but the Demon Kings still live, and the reincarnation curse remains unbroken. Brian, I glance behind me, see three would-be heroes who've come to an end. Their determination was matched only by their incompetence. What were they thinking, charging in without a plan? The Demon Kings won't fall without a worthy battle.
I glance behind me, see these three would-be heroes who've come to an end. Their determination was matched only by their incompetence. What were they thinking, charging in without a plan? The Demon Kings won't fall without a worthy battle.
You're all just pawns, destined for failure.
The path ahead is clear, but Arya's harsh words linger. Eugene Lionheart's got a goal. Reach the other side of the forest before nightfall. His hands are moving fast, checking every detail from navigation to gear. But his eyes keep drifting back to the spot where they encountered those three would-be heroes. Their determination was admirable, but it was matched only by their incompetence. The Red Magic Tower master senses Eugene's hesitation. He offers to take Eugene as his disciple, but on one condition: Eugene must prove himself worthy. His mother, meanwhile, is pushing him to take the position, sensing an opportunity to secure the Lionheart legacy. Eugene's heart is torn between duty and desire. He recalls his childhood, when he read stories of his ancestor, Sir Vermouth the Great, and how his favorite person was not the brave warrior but the wise and resourceful Madame Senya.
I also read that story when I was a child. Truthfully, my favorite person from that story wasn't Sir Vermouth the Great, nor Madame Senya the Wise.
The key action or twist of this chapter is, as our protagonist is cornered by the slimes, he unleashes a fierce battle cry, momentarily terrifying them, buying him just enough time to make a desperate break for freedom. The emotional stakes, what a character gained or lost is. With a crucial battle gone awry, our protagonist's hard-earned confidence takes a devastating blow, forcing him to reevaluate his entire approach to survival in this treacherous world. The cliffhanger, what is left dangerously unresolved is. With the slimes closing in once more, our protagonist's escape attempt hangs precariously in the balance, leaving us wondering if he'll manage to outrun his pursuers or become their latest victim. Subscribe to Manwa with Hari and join thousands of fans who never miss an update. Now, let's get into it. We've got a year-old boy who's got some skills. His sword slices through the air in a blur of motion. The troll doesn't even flinch, but it's already dead. The air is frozen, a moment of shock for everyone involved. The kid stands tall, chest heaving, as the group of kids stare at him with a mix of awe and fear. A person referred to as Troppy steps forward, their voice measured and calm. Stop. He is strong enough. Troppy's face is unreadable, but his eyes seem to be evaluating the kid's strength. The troll was just a test. What's the real challenge? The group's survival depends on it. The kid's eyes narrow, trying to read Troppy's expression. Is this guy with them or setting them up? Wait, what is this? A middle-sized monster just showed up? Troppy's expression is a mix of surprise and calculation. He's not panicking, he's thinking. The kid takes a step back, unsure what Troppy's doing here. Eugene's screams are echoing through the cavern. Troppy stumbles back, hands over his mouth, trying to process what just happened. His eyes are wide with a mix of horror and fear. Eugene staggers towards him, blood streaming down his face. Troppy takes a step back, eyes darting back and forth, waiting for an ambush that doesn't come. Eugene slumps against the wall, gasping for air. Troppy's voice is shaking.
This guy's going to get us killed.
Bermut is already moving, his long strides devouring the distance. He spots Seal fleeing from him and his expression darkens. His voice is cold.
She's getting away. Bermut barks at Troppy.
Eugene's voice rings out through the labyrinth, his words echoing off the walls. Was curious to see who'd get here first.
That the boss monster.
Eugene's eyes lock onto the figure waiting in the center of the labyrinth. Bermut's face twists with a mix of anger and frustration. Seal stands beside him, her eyes locked onto Eugene. The ground shakes beneath their feet, and the labyrinth begins to collapse. Eugene's eyes flash with a fierce light. He's ready for whatever comes next. But what does it mean for him, Bermut and Seal? Eugene seizes the chance to humiliate our protagonist, but a surprising twist unfolds as the tables suddenly turn in his favor, leaving everyone stunned and speechless. Our protagonist's pride and dignity hang by a thread as Eugene's ruthless schemes chip away at his reputation. leaving him vulnerable to further humiliation and ridicule in front of everyone he holds dear. As Eugene's grip on the situation tightens, our protagonist's worst nightmares come to life, and he's left facing the crushing reality that his darkest fears are now within arm's reach, with no escape in sight. If you're enjoying this, subscribe to Manwa with Hari. New chapters drop every week.